It is a women's bantamweight championship fight between Sara McMann and Valentina Shevchenko. Well, it seemed an eventuality that when the UFC launched its women's flyweight division, that Valentina Shevchenko would rest atop of it, and that's exactly where she finds herself as she makes the walk here tonight.
She knew that she would be the UFC flyweight champion. Even when her first title shot against Nico Montano fell through, she didn't moan, she didn't complain. She said, okay, sign me up somebody else so that I can go and win that title. So they said, okay, fight Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She went out there and defeated the most dominant strawweight champion in UFC history to get that title. She's a phenomenal striker, a great counterpuncher, and has a full array of skills to try to finish fights. When you think you're gonna stand with her, just ask Juliana Pena. You end up on the ground getting submitted. She can beat you in a number of ways.
Well, this belt has changed hands quite a bit, but not since it's been held down by this young woman, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world. She has really set the standard for excellence at 135 pounds. Tonight, though, facing a #1 contender that comes in with a lot of momentum. So if she can defend the belt yet again here tonight, it would really go a long way in stamping her legacy as one of the greatest bantamweight fighters and champions of all time. All right, now let's get you the tail of the tape for this women's bantamweight championship fight. Shevchenko is 32. McMann is 39. Shevchenko will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a Muay Thai fighter, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, presenting the challenger, Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 13 wins, 6 losses, and 1 no contest. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Gaffney, South Carolina, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Sara McMann.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go, one of the better strikers in this division. She is facing one of the better grapplers this division has ever seen. Pretty straightforward as to what you expect both of these fighters to do here.
I expect them to follow the game plan that got them to the show. You don't get cute in these situations.
Right.
You don't get cute in these situations. You rely on what got you here. If you're a great...
Oh, beautiful scramble by her there to avoid the takedown and get this fight back to the field.
Oh, nice elbow.
Shevchenko. Oh, that hook has been there all night. There's another one by McMann.
That was a thudding leg kick.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Shevchenko gets the early takedown. That did not take long. All right, nice transition into full guard. If you're the top fighter, where do you go from here?
Try to posture up.
McMann's trying for the Kimura submission here.
The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. In full guard now, DC, and I know when you're in this position, you're looking to pass the half guard pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to get the half guard so I can start to get up ground and pound. This is exactly what she needs to do. Not only does it get you to a position to get off ground and pound, it also takes a lot of the danger away from your opponent off of their back. Half guard is not nearly as dangerous as full guard, so get the half, land some ground and pound, get posture, and then continue to dominate
Shevchenko's
on the ground.
going for a choke.
Now it's starting to slip under the neck. Oh.
Getting tighter. And there it is!
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke or force the tap. No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
So there she is as the celebration continues in the corner. The queen of the 135ers, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, your winner tonight by way of submission. What a way to get the job done and leave with the UFC gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 23 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Valentina Shevchenko.
So the Kazakhstan-born Valentina Shevchenko, your winner here tonight, proving yet again that she remains one of, if not the best bantamweight on the planet. Not sure there's a woman in the game right now who mixes all of her different skills, as well as the talented and technical Valentina Shevchenko.